Okay, students, it's time to start thinking about registering for 7th grade. So listen up because I wouldn't want you to miss anything important. You should have two things there in front of you, a registration form and a course selection guide. Please put your name on both of them now. The course selection guide includes information like dress code, and it talks about all the classes. So if you want a description of any of the courses and you don't understand what some course means, you can look it up in the course guide. Please keep this and at least take it home so your parents can look at it. You will find middle school is a little different. Here at College Station Middle in 7th and 8th grade, we have an 8-period day. Classes are 50 minutes long, and we do have an advisory class that's 30 minutes long, and that advisory class is primarily used for studying for tests, completing homework, reading a book. There are 5 minutes between classes, and you probably will have bookwork and homework in your electives. When you look at the registration form, you'll notice that the courses have either a 1 or a 1/2 next to them. If there's a 1 next to that course, that means that course lasts all year. If there's a half, it means it lasts half a year or a semester. AMCMS, the middle school across town, offers basically the same thing. In fact, it's all the same courses. And if you are going to attend school over there, that's okay. You just fill out this form and we will send that form across town and they will create a schedule for you over there. In middle school, we do offer some high school credit courses. Keyboarding is a half credit and it is a required course for all 7th graders. The good news is you will get a half a high school elective credit for that class. As an 8th grader, you can take communication application, which is a speech course. It is also a half credit high school elective credit. PE Foundations is offered. If you're not in athletics as an 8th grader, you will take PE Foundations and receive a half a high school credit for that, half a high school PE credit. Spanish is offered here. If you take Spanish in 7th and 8th grade, at the end of those 2 years, you will receive 1 high school foreign language credit. We also have upper level math courses, algebra, pre-AP geometry, and those are high school credit courses that are honors credit, and they do count as grade points. The other high school credits we offer are only pass-fail, so there are no grade points associated. So now here is the registration form, and here's what you're going to need to do this week. First of all, your name should be at the top of the form. The first decision you have to make is whether you want to be in athletics or wellness, and we'll talk about what those two things are. You're going to end up choosing some electives there below the line. You're going to have to select some alternates. Alternates means things that you want to take in case you can't have exactly what you want. And then at the bottom there, you'll need to get your parents' signature so that we know that they have seen it. If you have a pencil today, you are going to probably want to pencil in some ideas, just some thoughts, but you do have all week to make these decisions. On the back of the registration form, you'll find a lot of useful information. In fact, if you have a question about anything, I bet you will find the answer somewhere on the back of your registration form. If you're in advanced English at Cypress Grove, you will be in advanced English over here in 7th grade. If you're in advanced math at Cypress Grove, you need to have a grade of 80 or better at the end of the first semester in order to stay in advanced math for 7th grade. If you're not in anything advanced currently, you can check with Ms. Schulte about being in advanced courses and what the requirements are. So the first decision you need to make is whether you want to be in athletics or wellness. Really, before you even start thinking about electives, you need to know which one of these options you want to choose. Now the athletics class lasts all year and wellness only lasts half a year. So based upon what selection you make up here, you'll find that you get more electives if you choose wellness and less electives if you choose athletics. Remember that if you decide to be in athletics, you will need to get a physical form from a doctor in order to participate. What is wellness? Well, it's like the PE class you have here at Cypress Grove. You do some activities and you do some health classwork, and it's a half-year course. It is required if you're not in athletics. What is athletics? Well, if you're planning to play a sport for the school team, then the sports include football, basketball, volleyball for girls, track, and cross country. You have to try out for at least 2 of these things. And there is after-school commitment. If you make the football or basketball, volleyball, track, or cross-country team, you will be staying after school for practice till around 5:30. Skill is not absolutely crucial, but you need to keep your grades up. You must have a good attitude. You must be willing to suit out every day and work hard. They will expect you to do everything that they ask. It is very physically demanding. They do a lot of running. If you don't like to run and lift weights, don't sign up for athletics. You do a lot of running, a lot of weightlifting. Now, we do have a golf and a tennis team, but that is not a part of the athletic class. If you only plan on participating in golf or tennis, do not sign up for athletics. And there is no soccer team. And cheerleading is not a part of athletics, and there is no class for cheerleading. Before you sign up for electives, you need to know if you're going to be in athletics or wellness, because if you choose athletics, you'll only get to choose 1 unit of elective. The reason for that is athletics last all year, plus there's a health class that lasts half a year that you have to take. If you choose wellness, you can choose 2 units of elective because you only have a half a year wellness course and you don't have to take that health course. And remember, when we talk about units, 1 unit can be 2 half units. So 2 half-year classes add up to 1. Here on the left-hand side, you'll see the half-year electives or the half-unit electives. Something that's different at middle school is that 7th and 8th graders are together in electives. The next few slides, I'll describe the elective courses we offer at College Station Middle School. Art is the first one. Most of you know what art is. You're going to be drawing things and making things and exploring color and a little bit of the history of art. It is a project-based class and you'll have quite a few art projects. Theater arts is next. This is our drama class. So if you like acting or performing, this is for you. Exploring careers is another of our half-year electives, and I like this one because it helps you with future planning, high school planning, college planning, or whatever career you might end up going into. For those interested in law enforcement, we have a couple of half-year electives for those people. The first one is Introduction to Practical Law, and they look at the legal system and look at various legal cases and talk about solving crimes. The other law course we offer is Introduction to Juvenile Justice, and you'll learn about the definition of some of the crimes and what are some possible jobs that are in the criminal justice field, and how the laws applies to juveniles, which are children. PE, or physical education, is also a half-year elective. Now, if you're in wellness, remember that wellness only lasts half a year. If you'd like to continue some type of physical activity the other half of the year, then this is for you. And I like this one because it's just an activity class. You play games, and soccer and badminton and various other sports. If you're in athletics, if you've signed up for athletics, you cannot take this course because athletics lasts all year. Here are on the right-hand side are the music fine arts electives we offer, and they are year-long. Orchestra, band, girls and boys choir. If you're currently in one of those things and want to continue, simply sign up for one of these courses. If you're a beginner in band or orchestra, I would suggest you talk to the band or orchestra instructor so they can advise you as to how to sign up for one of these courses. There may be some summer practice involved. But girls and boys choir, if you're a beginner, you can just sign up. All of the levels will be decided later too. We have a more advanced orchestra group and a more advanced band group and an honor choir. Those things are decided later. But if you're interested in music fine arts, you just sign up here. This is the high school credit Spanish 1 course. Now you will take, if you sign up for this course, it is year long. You will take it in 7th grade and you will take a year-long 8th grade Spanish course. After you complete 2 years of Spanish in the middle school, you will have 1 high school Spanish foreign language credit. The grade is pass-fail, which means you don't receive grade points. So if you get above a 70, you pass. Below 70 is an F. And I would like just a word of advice here. You don't have to be in an advanced course, advanced math or English, to do this course, but it is high school level and it is very challenging. So if you don't like to do homework, if you don't like keeping up with a notebook and doing projects, don't sign up for this course. Wait until high school to take Spanish. Here are the GT courses we offer at College Station Middle School. You must be in the College Station GT program in order to sign up for these courses. You will need Ms. Boswell to initial this in order to allow you to sign up for either one of these or both of these courses. If you're not in GT or you want to find out if you're in GT, you need to talk to Ms. Boswell about how you can get into GT if you're interested in either of these courses. So remember, if you choose athletics, if you picked athletics at the top, you'll only select 1 unit of elective, which means maybe 2 half-year courses or just 1 full-year elective. Now if you chose wellness at the top, 2 units of elective is what you'll need to select, and that could mean possibly 4 half-year electives or 2 full-year electives, or maybe 1 full-year elective and 2 half-year electives. Keep in mind, too, that you shouldn't worry about how keyboarding fits in or what about health and how does that work its way in. Don't worry about all that. All of that has already been figured in where your English class is. All you need to think about is if you picked athletics, pick 1 unit of elective. If you chose wellness, pick 2 units of elective. At the bottom of the form, you'll need to write in 3 alternates. What are alternates? Well, those are things that you would want to take if you can't have your first choice. Say, for example, you want to be in art. Well, maybe art is full. If you can't be in art, well, then write down theater arts at the bottom. But I need you to write 3 of them. Those of you that think you might be in AVID, I want you to put AVID as your first alternate so that I will know that you have applied for AVID and are interested in AVID. Students and parents will often ask me, well, what if I take keyboarding during the summer? How do I fill out this form? Well, it's really very simple. If you decide you're going to take keyboarding during the summer, that frees up a half unit for you to take some other elective. I will look at this form after summer school is completed, and whatever you have written down as your first alternate in that number 1 spot, that's the course I'll put you in. So whatever you write down as your first alternate, that's what you'll be in after summer school is completed. Summer school dates, we don't really know those dates yet. Usually it's in the month of June. So if you have a vacation planned and it's during the month of June, that's when summer school is going to be. So you might let your parents know that that's when summer school is planned. It usually costs maybe $100 per course to take a summer school course. At the bottom of the form, you'll notice that I need a parent signature. So you can't just fill this form out and turn it in today. You have to take it home, let your parents look at it, and they have to sign it. Once your parents have signed and you've filled it all out, then you can turn it in. Later in the spring, you'll take the STAR test. If you fail reading STAR, math STAR, or both, you might be placed in a STAR remediation class. If we do that, that means you will lose electives. So make sure you give it your best effort on the STAR test so you don't end up losing electives. Here is an example of how to fill out the registration form. You'll notice this person has his name at the top. He has placed an X next to athletics. So that means, because he's in athletics, he needs to choose one unit of elective. So you look down below and see what he's chosen. He chose Spanish. So Spanish is one unit. So he has completed that portion of the form. He has also listed 3 alternate courses. In case he can't have Spanish, he would like art as his first choice, theater arts, and then the career course. He's got his mother's signature and his signature, and it's dated. So he's completed the form. It's very simple. Here's one more example of a student that has filled out the form, and this one has not chosen athletics. This student chose wellness. So because she chose wellness, she will get to select 2 units of elective below. And she has selected theater arts, an intro to juvenile justice, and girls choir. Well, does that total 2 units? Theater arts is a half, juvenile justice is a half, so a half plus a half is 1, and girls choir is 1, so 1 plus 1 is 2. So she's completed that portion of the form because she selected 2 units. And then below she selected some alternates in case she can't have what she's picked, and her alternates are PE and practical law and art. Her mother has signed, she has signed, and she's dated the form. So she has completed the form. What if you change your mind and a month later you've decided you don't want to be in band anymore, you'd rather be in art and drama? That's fine. Just have your parents email me or write me a note. I need to get that by June the 1st and I can make the correction. That's easy to do. What if you think you're moving? Some of you may think you're moving across town or out of state or moving somewhere else. That's okay. I want you to fill the form out anyway, because the other school will contact us and want to know what courses to put you in. So we need this form. So even if you think you're moving, I want you to fill the form out. The registration form is due on Friday, January 15th. Return your completed form to your science teacher. Parent night is Monday at 5:30. This is for parents. Students can attend if they want to, but they do not need to attend.